Hi, how are you? I had a really interesting conversation with a woman this morning about how she ended a friendship with someone who was in her life for many, many years. And she found that the friendship was draining her. It was very negative. She would always feel really low and exhausted having spent time with this person. And eventually she made the decision to end the friendship. Um, and she felt lighter for it. And and it's a really brave thing to do, ending a relationship that's not working. It takes courage, um, but it's important. I mean, there are always people in our lives that can be negative, and we ourselves can be negative, and it's different between unloading on a friend and releasing your worries and your troubles, and then being able to kind of chat them through, and then laugh about things, and then sort of lift each other up. On balance, a lot of friendships work like that. It's a safe space to sort of relieve your worries and your stresses, and then feel good again, and sort of share. And it just reminded me of a friendship that I used to have. And every time this person phoned me, they would start the phone call by saying, "Hey, where have you been? Where have you been? You've not been in touch." And my response was always, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been really busy." And they would make me feel like a really bad friend for not having called them or got in touch sooner. And the beginning of the conversation, for about 20 or so minutes, I would just be apologizing and feeling bad, and explaining myself, as opposed to just catching up. And I found that relationship really draining and negative, and it didn't make me feel good about myself. And in contrast, I had other friends who I wouldn't have seen from in months and months and months, and then we'd catch up, and they would say, "Hi, how have you been? Oh, I've missed you. What have you been up to?" And we would just carry on where we left off. Like there was no time, there was no explanation of where you've been and what you've been doing and why you haven't called. We just carried on where we left off, and those friendships make me feel really good. And it took me years. This was when I was a lot younger, but it took me years to realise like that it's okay to let go of relationships that make you feel bad. It's okay to let go of friendships that aren't working out for you anymore. It's a kinder thing to do than to keep kind of going, because if it's wearing you down and draining you and making you miserable, then it's not worth it. It's got to be a balance, like breathing. You breathe in, you breathe out, you take a breath, you give a breath. And relationships are the same. Sometimes you take, sometimes you give, but there is a balance there. It's not all take, 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 and it's not all give, give, give. So I just wanted to share that with you today, because it's really important. And if you have a friendship that you just think, this is not working anymore, I need to step away, have a break, or just end it, then know that you will find the courage to do what's right for you. And it is about finding balance, and you don't have to keep giving, giving, giving without receiving anything back. It's not healthy for you and your well-being. So I hope that helps. I will speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.